Good Wednesday morning, everyone. I am enjoying this morning at the storage unit. It's a really beautiful day today. Clear skies, sunny. I thought somebody was in that car watching me being paranoid. Not that I'm doing anything wrong, but you never know what people will do, man. I've seen it all. I've been in so many situations, from things I've been put in, things I've put myself in. So, you just always aware, I always look and watch what it is around me. I always pay attention to everything. If I miss it, it's just simply because I didn't see it. You can't see everything. Your heart can see everything, but you can't see your eyes physically, which we'll be discussing that and what the Kabbalah says about it, which is the most important read. I posted it on my Facebook. Will be on my small laptop. I have all my studies on it. We'll be going over the studies. So I've just been cleaning up, cleaning up the car and getting it ready. And I cleaned up the storage unit for the most part. I got everything organized way better. There's my Torah plan. So I can actually walk in there now. I got to wash some clothes. I'm starting to get enough dirty clothes. I got to do them. But yeah, I got everything. I can actually work out of here a little bit. Mel said, don't worry about my furniture right this moment. He said he's happy to help me, that type of stuff. So I'm happy for that. I'm thankful for it, actually. I really appreciate Mel, man. He's been... Mel and Bill, both Mel and Bill, I wouldn't know... I would be really screwed without those two. Those two have been more family and more supportive than anyone in my own family, other than my grandmother. And my uncle. My uncle, even though he's a dickhead, he's still supportive. He's just fucked up in the head. He has evil spirits, and it stresses me out because I'm already got everything on top of my bullshit, and everyone tries to cast their bullshit at me and point fingers at me for their problems, and they don't like it when I say no, like, you're on some bullshit, and I point out their flaw. They don't like it, but I'll always do it. I don't sugarcoat shit. So I'm happy with this car, man. The more I clean it and stuff, I was able to fit all my bags. I finally have all my bags, all the computer gear finally. I have all my laptops now, all my computer gear. For the most part, I have my desktop in there, which is going in the boat, among many other things. But I'm able to fit everything. I got my Windows 11 machine in that bag. I have my small Acer TravelMate laptop. That's what I'll be doing most traveling, most recording with. Most of my work is going to be on that laptop for just transferring stuff, connecting to the internet, that type of stuff. This laptop, the Windows 11's all for basically the video editing, that type of stuff. All the crunching, doing any really, really hard work that takes a lot of computer power. There's 32 gigs of RAM in that thing, in an i7. So, I mean, that's the one. I'm sorry. I'm talking about this machine. That's the oh my God, where is it? It's in the laptop bag. I just put it in this laptop bag. That's the machine that's gonna do all the crunching. That's the Windows 11 machine that has all the that's what I'm gonna be developing on mostly. On that one with the weather and everything else within Windows 11 and the Eden Reforestation Project, and among many, many other things, and all of them, obviously I use all of them for developing, but this one is going to be for all the crunching, video editing, that type of stuff. This is my powerhouse. That one has got the graphics card. It's still a powerhouse. I got that TravelMate there. I got my dirty clothes bag. My clean clothes bag. I put a couple outfits in here for the day or two, 3 days depending on where I'm going. I have my gym bag. That's for workout clothes, towel, soap, toothbrush, razor, those type of things. Cleaning, hair ties, that type of stuff. I have my jacket, extra jacket. I have the air pump. I have an air pump. I have a tire kit, actually little small tools. Paper towels, the good ones. I have a bag cooler, this cooler, so I can put waters in there, food, you know, that type of stuff. Alright, so then I got my actual travel bag, which has my sleeping bag in there, my pillow, among many other things, all the different little pockets and stuff. And then under here I got like just random like belts, that type of stuff, extra hats, that shit, you know, like accessories, you know, all that extra bullshit. And then I have my receipt box, which is getting full. I keep all my receipts. You have to. So that's that. And then I have the extra backpack, which this is my wireless card I really wanted. I was at the pawn shop. I can pick up literally like 2 blocks away, a block away. It's a 2.4 gigahertz alpha network card. I can do a lot of damage with this. I do a lot of pen testing, Wi-Fi, networking type stuff, IT stuff, packet analyzing, packet sniffing, data analysis, you know, analytical stuff, forensics, all that stuff. I can do a lot of cool stuff with this wireless card, and it's very, very useful. Basically, I just set it down, I pull the USB, and I can plug it into any laptop and get to work. So it's a really, I've had it for a long time. Actually, I've had it for over like 15 years now. I've had it since I was like 16, 17 maybe. I paid like $300 for it, and I've had it that long. And it still works just as good as any other wireless card, if not better. I mean, it doesn't do any 5 gigahertz, but 5 gigahertz doesn't travel that far anyways. If you want to pick up far, you're still going to use a 2.4 gigahertz. That's just how it works. That's how it's designed. So right now, I got this full. This is how it's going to stay. All my gear is always going to be in the back right here. So now I'm happy because I still have space. This stuff was back there too. That all goes back there, which I'm about to be going through. That's all the camera gear stuff I got. And then I found my other bag, which I just put the GoPro in there. My GoPro's in there, which I'm going to be picking up another one, which I'm going to be eventually making a mount for the car so I can put a GoPro on the car when I'm racing around, because not too many people know how to drive like I do, and I'm going to show people how to properly drive. So, which they'll disagree, but I don't care. This whole space is open now for the most part. Now I can put the batteries back here. I can start planning everything out and drawing up the stuff. What surprised me is most cars, when you run this battery cable through the fender, you always cut it. You always end up cutting through it by the door, because you have to always go down through here. Well, if you look, they actually have a boot right here. It goes in the boot, and I never noticed that till just now. So I think I'm just going to leave it, because it isn't getting hurt. It goes in this boot and goes down, and it runs. It ran to the back of the trunk. I pulled it out, and I have it coiled up right now, and it's just laying back there. So I'm going to be able to put my battery in the back now. I'll use that for the battery. So, because I'm going to get a BMS system. It's called a battery management system. And it's basically a box that both battery systems, they're going to be basically on a separate closed loop system. And that battery BMS box will open and close, and they will connect to each other. So they can trickle charge each other, each loop, basically, each circuit. And then it'll have audible tones as well. So it'll tell me if I break a circuit or if I'm having any voltage issues in the car, all that stuff. And since the alternator pushes out the same voltage, I don't have to modify the alternator. The BMS system should regulate everything itself. I might have to buy a regulator for the alternator to go down to, but that BMS system I was looking at, which I'll be sharing with everyone, I'm looking at a few of them. It does all of it. It regulates everything for you. You just have to plan everything around it, and there's different ways you can set it up. They give you the schematics too. The first one was the main one most people use, which they trickle charge each other, and then they use the lithium ion for everything. But if the lithium ion fails and I'm screwed, I'm relying on everything on the lithium ion, which I'm gonna end up keeping both batteries. So I want to have a second backup. So not only will I have the battery for the car, which will be an Optima or a wet cell. I haven't figured out yet. I might go with a kinetic battery. It's gonna be a lot of weight though, which is gonna frustrate me. But since it's going right in the back seat, I'm okay with it. I don't really have a choice, and the car is for traveling anyways. So, and I got the supercharger. I'll make up for it. I'm gonna eventually be turbocharging it, so it'll be snappy. It'll be able to carry the weight around, no problem. I'm going to be getting the shocks, the struts in the back, and then the springs right there, which you probably have a hard time seeing them right now. Let's see. There we go. Those springs right there, I'm going to be getting thicker ones, stiffer ones, heavy duty ones. All my bushings are still good. They're not dry rotted or anything, so we're good on there. So all I need is brakes, struts, brand new struts, which I'm getting heavy duty struts. I haven't decided exactly what brand I'm going to go with. Right now I'm thinking I'm going to go with the KYB gas ones because I can afford them, and they're on Rock Auto. I'll have to find some really, really good springs for them because I don't want to change out I want to keep the stock rod height. I don't want my car lower to the ground because when I have all the weight. Two, I'm not trying to race around to get a good time around the track. I'm going to be driving around the country. I want to be able to take bumps. Nor do I want the car really high off the ground, but the stock ride height is fine. It's already low enough with the low profile, which I tried to get the 220, which I think I said 250. I drove basically half hour back for no reason for 225 45 17s. And these are 215 45 17s. So they would have been just a little bit wider and the same height. But I would have got a little bit more traction since they were more wider track, right? They were only $60. The guy did message me back finally after I already drove there and the address didn't exist. I already spent the money anyway, so too late for him and shitty for me. But I gotta get those. The front I'm gonna be getting the same, KYB in the front, most likely the same KYB struts in the back with the coils, and then I gotta find coils for the KYBs. But Rock Auto also does sell them with the coils, so I'm probably gonna end up just riding with those to see how they handle. That's probably the suspension that I'm gonna go with for now. It makes the most sense. I don't want coilovers on here because I'm carrying all the weight. I'm gonna just trash them. The KYBs, the gas KYBs with the heavy duty springs all the way around will stiffen up the car. It will definitely help. You won't hopefully feel the battery. That's the goal. I might end up making a brace for the bottom of the car structurally, among many other things, including the roof. Before I start putting all that weight on the roof, I gotta come up with something as that as well. So when I approached the gentleman at Detroit Drift Shop, the Detroit Drifting Shop in Livonia, not only was he intrigued and he was willing to look at the car after I told him what it is I was doing and I had the car outside of his building. He did come out. Basically I asked him, I need the exhaust tightened up, I need all the bolts replaced, that type of stuff. I need everything reinforced reliably so I can be safe. Safety comes first. Also, ease of maintenance. If I have to, I'm gonna be getting this car on a lift, and if there's anything that right out of the way I can tell that it needs to be modified or removed, simply because of repair or maintenance, it will be done, so that I won't have any problems later on down the road. That's why I'm upgrading the brake system for stop and go traffic. Those things. Also, I'm going to be getting a heavy duty clutch, because the clutch I'm sure is already heavy duty, but I want to see what's up underneath there. I don't think I'm going to go with a light and flywheel. I was reading these motors, they're already really balanced in the first place. A lot of times when you lighten them up, you actually ruin the balance of the motor. So I might just I gotta see what's in there, right? Whatever's in there, it works just fine. So whoever really put this car together really I feel has had many of them. But for some reason, I really think this car actually came from Ford. The more I look at this car, the more I dig through it and stuff, and the more I think about who it was that I met and how I got the car and what I paid for it and the stuff that's on the car. The guy even had a Ford racing shirt. He definitely worked for Ford. I know for a fact he was like a consultant or something like that, just by the way he worked there. And I guarantee this car was theirs, and they got it for their kid or something, you know what I mean? And the kid helped modify it or something. Whatever, a lot of money was put into this car. And it's hard for me to not believe that this car had something to do with Ford when it was so close to Dearborn, so close to Ford, and it was in an area where most people that work for Ford Motor Company, when they have that kind of money, they move out there. I grew up in this area, so I know these type of things. And the way I keep on pulling the tag, the way everything is, I really feel like he worked for Ford. The car has parts from Ford. He worked in the racing division or something, you know what I mean? They were able to have access to things that, you know, normal people on the street wouldn't get. I really believe that. I really believe this car was some type of prototype or something because of the way it was done. The fiberglass on the bottom, the bottom skirts, the way they're molded in, the this RS right here, the way it's into the body and stuff, the way they molded it in to the chassis. I really believe this car was done at Ford like this. The more I look at it, and then if you look at like the fuel, you know, the boost pump where, you know, it adds more fuel because of the supercharger based on the, you know, air pressure. It, you know, it regulates the fuel pressure because you can see it go to the fuel line. It's a stock system, which they never made this car that I know of with a supercharger like this. So therefore it makes me believe that this was really a Ford vehicle that they were working on, they were designing, you know what I mean, that they allowed the people that worked for them to drive them and take them home. That's what I really believe. I could be wrong. If you know anything about this car, please tell me. I have no idea about this car. It throws me off a lot. I've been doing the research. It's really hard to find anything that is pre-RS. Like first generation Focus. Anything racing first generation Focus is rare and it's hard to find. This is why when I seen the car, I knew I had something special. I mean, come on, the Borlet, like, I'm gonna be doing a video of the actual sound of the car behind it, like between these storage units. And if you come in, when you come in and you put the number for the storage unit, that back wall, if you rev it, the way the sound, you know, bounces off the wall, you can hear it really well. this car is special, for sure. That Borla exhaust system, I have no idea what model it is. I haven't got the car on a lift. The car's so low, I've only, I've looked underneath it with the flashlight, but you can't see everything. I'm really excited for what I have, and to share it with everyone. Take people for rides, that type of stuff. Meet people. Do videos with it. Share, and work on it with people. I'm looking for people that will allow me to come to their garage for a couple of days and help me with this, so that I have a learning experience as well. Because there is a lot of things I'm still learning. I know how to do it all. I am one of those men that don't know how to do it all. But there is a lot of things that I still learn. Everyone is learning every day, and I love to learn. It's my favorite thing to do, is learn and then teach. So I'm about to get this going today. That's kind of what I've been working on. So I haven't messed with anything. I'm gonna get it charged up. I'm gonna go to my grandma's house, stop by for a minute, see if she's there. Hoping that she's there and my uncle is not just there by himself. So I can just speak with her and stuff, and then I'm gonna charge this up. I can charge it in the car, but I want to get out of the sun, and I want to go eat too. So I'm gonna go figure that out. I'm gonna get my cat in the car, charge this up, eat, and then figure out what it is I'm gonna do. I gotta come up with some gas money. As soon as I come up with some gas money, if I can come up with some gas money, since I have the next 2 days off, I'm gonna shoot somewhere to use this camera. Take pictures, start doing some video editing, start photography, posting stuff on my Facebook, and start recording stuff video wise, and see what I can put together, see what I can come up with. If there's anyone in the Detroit area that is willing to help me, that is bored, that has nothing to do, that would like to hang out, smoke some pot, do some photography, do some video editing type stuff, hang out with me outside of my car with my cat, and just enjoy the day, contact me, hit me up. I'm in the Detroit area all day, West Side area as of right this moment. So yeah, 734-833-3341, hit me up.